everyone, my name is Chantel Williams and you're watching The Chantel Williams Show. Today we'll be talking about a weird little dude by the name of Simon. He's a fictional character in the Nobel Prize winning book by William Golding, Lord of the Flies. For those of you who haven't read the book or are just too lazy to read, the book starts out with some boys getting stranded on an island because their plane crash landed on said island. So within a few hours, we meet this boy named Ralph, and he's one of the few survivors. Some boys get stranded on the island. One of the boys, named Ralph, immediately starts to regain order by a magic conch shell. But there's this one boy on the island named Jack who goes from choir boy to Knight of Thornbury along with some other boys. So basically what happens, they tried to find rescue on the island and they can't do it with constant arguing between Jack and Ralph. Ralph, who's trying to find rescue for the boys, and Jack, who continues to be a complete Alas, with their arguing back and forth, Jack and Ralph obviously split up. Jack and some other boys going into the forest to hunt pigs, while Ralph and some of the more sane boys tried to find rescue. Our poor boy Simon, who is on Ralph's side, likes to explore the wilderness. So one day when he goes to explore the wilderness, he witnesses Jack and some of his boys slaughter a female pig. He witnesses this incident and something just happens to him, where after he goes and starts talking to a pig's head. So has Simon mentally cracked, or is that pig really talking to him? So joining me today on today's show is a wonderful medical practitioner by the name of Dr. Wu. So Dr. Wu, what kind of medical practitioner are you?
Yes, so I am a child and adolescent psychiatrist, and I specialize in the treatment, diagnosis, and prevention of pathopsychological disorders of children, adolescents, and their families.
So how many years of experience do you have in your field?
Yes, so I have been in this field for 10 years.
That's very impressive. So what kind of training do you have?
I have attained the degree of Doctor of Medicine in Canada, and I have followed by practice of psychiatric resident for another 5 years.
We also have another medical practitioner joining us, Dr. Liang. So what kind of medical practitioner are you?
I am an exercise physiologist for children and teens.
Sounds very interesting. Can you tell me about your past training or experiences?
I have graduated from the UBC Medical School with a PhD of Physiology, and I am CSEP certified with 5 years of practice.
Next, we have a professional spiritual healer. So can you please tell me what you exactly do?
Oh, that is a silly question, but I will choose to answer. My name is Lord Dragon Corral II. I'm the spiritual leader of Dragon Blood Cult. I should tell you, my soul is over 500 years old, and this is my 5th time replacing my body. Can you feel my soul is awakening?
So how does one become a professional spiritual healer?
I become a spiritual leader by drinking the blood from a dragon. To replace my body, I need to isolate from the outside world to keep my soul pure. My power came from the nature, and nature protects me. I'm the god of nature.
You're very green. Next, we have a theologist joining us, Dr. Smith. So, can you tell us how you became a theologist?
Well, it all started when I was just a kid. My mother was dying, and we couldn't figure out the cure. Prayed every day and every night to every god I could think of. And it worked one day. My mother was better. So I devoted years of my life trying to find out the truth and what the true religion is.
So, Dr. Smith, how long did it take you to become a theologist?
Well, it's been a couple of years training hard, of course. But then I went off on my own to discover God for myself.
So I have all of my professionals here, and I'm pretty sure all of you have read the book. So what do you think is wrong with Simon?
Oh, this poor dude. His soul was contaminated by the slow of the fly. Darkness is coming toward him. I would say he should have a good karma, because he's the son of nature. He loved the nature, and nature loved him. However, as the son of the nature, he should have that little pig. But he didn't. What a mistake. Can you see what I'm seeing in this crystal? This is fate, which he cannot escape from it. Go what the soul tells him to do.
Well, what I think happened is that God spoke to Simon through the pig's head, as he did to Moses through the bush in Exodus 3.
Simon is one of the older kids and is often solitary. He often goes alone in the forest to spend time there. I think that the shock of seeing the other kids kill and slaughter the pig and acting vile caused him to have hallucinations in his mind.
So, from what I've observed in the story, Simon lacks motivation to engage in social interactions, and he has a preference of solitary activities. He loves to be in the forest. He did not react at all to circumstances that usually trigger strong emotions, such as fear when he encountered darkness and the beast.
So, Mr. Lord II, what would you do to help Simon?
I would say the only thing he can do is to accept his fate. There's nothing else he can do to help him, this dirty soul. His soul is leading him to darkness, and he will be swallowed by the evil.
So, Dr. Smith, from a religious point of view, what do you think Simon represents?
Simon's probably a representation of the Messiah in the book, sent to save the lives of all the boys by sacrificing himself, as you will see in one of the coming chapters.
So, Doctor, what kind of treatment should Simon get?
With Simon, he needs more psychological help than physical help. He should go through counseling and exercise and healthy exercises to release his stress and endorphins.
And you, Dr. Wu?
So Simon is definitely going through some of the symptoms associated with schizophrenia. What I would recommend is to take the antipsychotic medications that would reduce the positive symptoms of psychosis.
Thank you to all the professionals that came in to discuss the topic today. We will see you next week, same time, same channel. Good night, everybody.